Welcome to Robot Wars, the Sixth Wars, Heat 9 in our search for series semi-finalists. And coming up, we've the bizarre and the befuddled. We've the flipped and the tossed. You'll see axe blows raining down as the temperature rises. Hopes can soar, only to crash to depths of gloom and doom. Previous champs Panic Attack are back. So too Chronic and Terahertz, a battle of Robot Wars vets, wits, and will to survive. And if the competitors don't get you, the house robots will. Is Panic Attack good enough to survive all? Or on Robot Wars, the Sixth Wars, will we have the very last laugh?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
Welcome to Heat 9 of Robot Wars, the Sixth War. And what a war it's revving up to be. Already knocked out, Top Seed, Stinger, and Chaos 2. Oh yes, times have changed. But still in the running, Firestorm 4, Wild Thing, Tornado, and the serious new bot on the block, 13 Black and S3. The semi-finals are looming. But there's still a lot more fighting out there, folks. Hey, it's time to prove their metal might. Let the wars begin.
Craig, look at the armament we can throw into the arena to mix and mash. The floor flipper cuts a dash and crash. Matilda and the house robots love to spin to win. And the ultimate for you, the drop zone. Just a reminder that only the winner of tonight's heat goes through to the series semi-finals. The rest go home for an early oil bath. Let's see how they line up in round one, shall we?
From Gwent in Wales, the number 8 seed, Panic Attack.
Going for gold again.
Now, Panic Attack Gold, you are up against, in your first battle, Rocks, Chronic, and the Corkscrew.
Yeah.
Do any of those worry you?
Corkscrew.
Why?
Smashes skirts and then flipper flips over and then crushes crabbers. Simple.
Not looking very good then, is it?
No, not really.
All that gold's going to peel off, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got lots of that.
That's what you get if it's cheap, Christy.
Champions of Robot Wars, the second Wars. It can lift twice its own weight with a very powerful push, but self-righting is very slow.
From Herworth in Darlington, Rocks.
A razor-esque rock crusher.
Hello, Rocks team. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good. What have you got for us?
All right, yes. We've got a hydraulic machine, not unlike Razor. It's not very pretty, but it sure is mean.
A big steel hydraulic jaw on wheels, two-wheel drive from 2 motors and Vantech control, slow at just 5 miles an hour.
From the borders in Scotland, Corkscrew.
A completely revolving body with 6 blades.
The Scottish team here from Selkirk. The borders. As I say, and
Yes.
as you say. Now, John, we remember Corkscrew from last time. You've completely rebuilt it. Now, you probably would recognise the kilt that it wore, not a skirt, been told. But apparently they're so close to the weight limit that even this would push them over the edge.
A total 360-degree killing zone with a SREMEC, but at 20 miles an hour top speeds, it is difficult to control.
From Beer in Devon, Chronic 2.
Twice beaten in the heats, very animated, lovely looker.
I heart beer, it says on the back of your robot. You'll be drinking loads of it if you don't get through this first fight, Chronic 2 team. You are up against Panic Attack, which is now 24 carat, Corkscrew from the Borders, and over there, Colin's Rocks robot.
Never mind. It's only a man in a skirt in it. We got to fight.
Well, if I tell him that, it won't just be robots at war.
I'll say sleeker this time with a more powerful flipper and a stronger frame and shell. 2 flippers act as self-righting mechanisms, but the bottom panel is missing because it was overweight in the qualifiers.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the Roboteers together. Chronic 2 there on the left, Dave Lang captains. Rocks on the right, Colin Sivers is the captain. The Corkscrew family on the left-hand side, the Heatley boys and Panic Attack with Kim and Michael Davis. In the arena for the house robot, Shunt with the bulldozer and the axe, and Sir Killalot with the pincers and the churning lance.
3, 2, 1, activate.
All these machines have featured in the past history of Robot Wars. They've got lots of experience, pace and weaponry. Rocks coming in. Chronic 2 trying to lever up the flipper there. Rocks with the beat, the crush. Oh, look at that attack from Corkscrew! 99 kilos, in at speed, 20 miles an hour, slamming into Panic Attack side panels, which are designed to stop anything getting in underneath. The mighty attack from Corkscrew, and in they come again, and causing major damage to the Chronic armament there, and you can see that one of the Chronic 2 wheels now left exposed. Down goes the pit. And Corkscrew goes with it! Oh, what an end for a machine that had started brilliantly! The Corkscrew have gone! And now Rocks gets a grip on Chronic 2. In the middle of it, Panic Attack took the brunt of that huge burst attack from Corkscrew. You've just seen them, the men in kilts. They've gone. This is Chronic 2 flipping Rocks. Oh, and is that something coming out of Rocks? Colin Sivers and his family look on Carl and Jack, but I think Rocks is leaking hydraulic fluid. It is! You can see it pouring out. That's a major problem because without the hydraulics, Rocks simply will not be able to self-ride all on the arena floor. It is pouring out there. And the ref not quite right to get in with a quick count and count Rocks out. They've hit the rocks. They've gone from competition. In the background, Panic Attack is taking a slam, which is unnecessary now from Chronic 2 because we know they're heading through. Do they not realise that Rocks has been counted out and that Corkscrew is in a pit? What's going on? You don't need to do this. You are both safely through. Panic Attack and Chronic 2. The audience, as they always do once more, Rocks flies through the air. Captain Colin Sivers, how can he laugh at his own machine's destruction? Oh, there's the angle grinder on the side. And Carl looks on, 11-year-old schoolboy, and that's the end for Rocks. Safe at last. Cease. Sir Killalot Francis.
Corkscrew spin out of the competition. Rocks bring a major oil leak and slide out of the competition, which leave us with former UK champion Panic Attack and Chronic 2. They go through.
You were snipped. Did you love it? Yeah. Turn around so we can see your gorgeous face, otherwise your mother will kill me. Smile. Did you love it? Yeah. Yes, you did. Show me the damage. Mind, it stood up to it very well. There's not a lot, is there? There's a little bit under here.
Big damage there.
Bit of damage there. There's a little bit of wood there, I noticed. I do advise people against using wood on these robots. I really don't think it's very sensible.
It's not actually wood, it just looks like wood.
It is wood, Mrs. Rocks. Now, and one little bend down there. There you are, you can see it. So there's not much damage despite all the flipping, dipping, whatever else happened to it. But it was a grand fight, and even more entertaining was watching you lot enjoying it. Thank you very much. Well, I have to say, it went very flat out here after you lost, after you were in the pit. Come round. Because it just seemed so unfair.
Well, I think it's unfair too. I would love to see the footage of somebody pressing the pit release button.
It was bad timing, wasn't it? Because literally,
I don't
it
think
was
anybody
going
did.
down. You were going
Who pressed
in.
the pit release?
I can't remember.
Nobody.
Are you calling for justice?
Yes.
Are you?
I want to see the film.
Are you? Do you want to see your lawyers?
No lawyers.
Do you want to see the judges? I can arrange anything.
You show me the footage of somebody pressing the pit release and we'll take it as losers as we...
We will organise it.
Good.
John, Lewis, Lawrence Heatley, you wanted to see it. There you are! Chronic 2, quite clearly. Presses the pit release. And you fell for it. Bye-bye.
You've watched the tape.
Yes. We have
Who
watched the
pressed
tape.
the button?
Chronic 2 pressed the pit release button and we fell down the pit.
Yes.
So we have to eat humble pie.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we don't have any humble pie here today, so I brought my trusted bacon roll with me.
It's simply a bap for you.
Simply about humble pie. Our apologies to the viewers.
Bacon bat made a right pig's ear of that. Out go the Heatley family and Corkscrew. Rocks go with them. Through go Chronic 2 and Panic Attack. Bring on 4 more!
From Chesham in Buckinghamshire, a kill.
Their mission to boldly go where no robot's gone before.
Talk me through it, because you've got a lot of unnecessary gubbins, haven't you, here?
Right. Hammer,
Yes.
spikes. Well,
Yes, spikes.
This will crush a strawberry at one stroke.
Yeah,
so
I'm starting to see where you're coming from.
No. Lifters.
Disconnected chain.
Yeah,
which
it's only
chain
because
which
we're going
goes
to connect
nowhere.
it all up later on.
Lifters,
Lifters
which
using.
can lift what weight?
What do we reckon? Skin off the rice pudding.
Not for rice pudding.
A 2mm plate steel box with 36-volt motors and 4 weapons, 2 front lifts, 1 whacker, 1 spinning disc. Not one part cost more than a tenner.
From Drybrook in Gloucestershire, Reptiron II.
Double trouble here from 2 good weapons.
Oh, look, so relaxed. Now, Reptiron II, you have 2 weapons, don't you?
Yes.
Not just one. So greedy.
Yes.
Why so greedy at the expense of all that weight?
Well, last time I got hit in the opposite end of what the weapon was, so I thought if I have a weapon both ends.
I like your logic. It seems to work. So quickly, which are your weapons?
Lifting scoop at the front,
Yep.
and we have a kinetic blade at the back.
4-wheel drive, aluminium shell, the disc's electric, the scoop's CO2. Very resilient. Could be a dark horse.
From Hazelmere in Surrey, Sabertooth.
Yeah, but I'm not too sure about the bite, Philippa.
So you were saying earlier you got no weapons?
Yeah, what happened in the preliminary rounds, we lost our disc and it sheared the axle. We didn't have time to get a new axle, so we have welded the old axle up, but it won't obviously take the power of the disc. So we put the back wheel in and dropped it on the ground.
Yeah.
And we got 12 horsepower of push now. I mean, I reckon we can break the land speed record for robot hearing, because this will do 70 miles an hour.
More problems. The aluminium body has thin gas pipe armour. Presumably the petrol from the weaponry is still on board as well and flammable. This Sabertooth could soon be extinct.
From Oxford in Oxfordshire, Terahertz.
Back for a 5th tilt at the title.
The Terahertz team, frightfully sophisticated, very intelligent. What have you come up with this year?
It's an amazing robot. It's a very fast repeating pneumatic axe mechanism.
Right, and knowing you two, it absolutely will be.
Absolutely.
Now, you want to know who you're fighting?
Yes, who
A
is it?
kill.
Sorry?
A kill.
Oh, right, yeah.
Reptiron II. And those lot over there, Sabertooth.
Right, okay.
No, yeah, he's nasty. Which one are you most worried about?
I haven't seen A-Kill fighting, but it's a spinner. Always a bit worried about spinners.
Let me give you a piece of advice here. Don't worry.
The double-headed axe has always promised much, but in 4 attempts they've never really gone beyond the heats. Highly aggressive, hyperactive, unpredictable.
Roboteers, stand by.
So look at the Roboteers together. A-Kill on the left, Christoph is the captain, Sabertooth on the right, captained by Gabriel Stroud. And there on the left-hand side, Reptiron II, Gordon and Cheryl Townley, and Terahertz, John Reed and Dominic Parkinson. In the arena. growler. Very pacey, very damaging. And Shunt. The old trusty bulldozer blade and the axe, and still
3,
deadly.
2, 1, activate.
Big question here, how long Sabretooth can survive without any weaponry. Terahertz comes in with the axe already dropping down on Akil, which is a novel-looking machine with the whacker and the spinning disc and the front lifts, and Terahertz like a metronome out there counting down the seconds to oblivion for Akil and dictating the pace of this mash it and mix it melee. There are the controls of Akil. You could see they were worried. The great pace of Sabretooth, but going nowhere it would seem. Oh, what's come off? That's part of Akil. One of the spinning discs, I think, has come off. Sabretooth, meanwhile, sort of well, doing nothing. And there are the controls of Repturin the second. Just got a glimpse there of Gordon Townley. Down comes the axe blade of Terahertz. Knocked out in the heats 3 times previously, doing a lot of work here just in case it should go to a judges. With that axe coming down, very strong pneumatic axe once again. Gordon Townley with Repturin the second trying to get things going. Just saw Cheryl there with him. What's happening here with Repturin the second? Is it completely stopped? I think it has. And I think Terahertz is about to drag Repturin the second onto that flame pit. The axe has gone straight through the aluminium shell, and that's why it's grappled on. Repturin the second, bronze looking, about to be blackened by the flames. Held in there by Terahertz. Always dangerous flames to electronics, and Sabretooth we wondered and worried about all the way through. They're being counted down. And I don't think Repturin the second is going to last much longer. Well, Sabretooth, all the damage really was done before they came into the arena. They know it. Gabriel Stroud, Robert Pickford, and Polly Stroud. 9-year-old schoolgirl, they're out. And I think Repturin the second, unless they can get things moving very, very quickly, they're going to follow them, which leaves Terahertz to create as much damage as it can to Akil, perhaps a little bit later on in this heat. Don't forget, only one machine survives the heat to go through to the series semi-final. Akil leaving things strewn around the arena floor by the second. Bang goes Sabretooth. Up to 70 miles an hour on the ground, maybe. But you don't look too impressive through the air, to be honest. Let's hope they come back, though, next time. Went out in the heats last time as well, Sabretooth. Taking punishment. Look at that axe of Terahertz. When they get things going, it can be so deadly. Repturin the second have been very disappointing. Was it the flame pit that burnt out the electrics? Did they have a radio signals problem? I don't know. But that's the end of Repturin the second. Gone in the heats again. Counted out by the ref bot, so the 2 machines that will go through. Akil, you just saw the team. And Terahertz. Whoa, Growler, what are you doing? That's not your kennel. Don't go down the pit yet. Get him on a leash, someone, quickly. Shunt gets rid of the Sabretooth. Let's mop up everything out there, boys. Quickly, House Robots, because Growler to me seems to be on the prowl. Akil through. Not too sure how they did it. Sabretooth out.
Well, Sabretooth and Repturin the second crash out of the competition. Akil didn't do much, but along with the big hitting Terahertz, it lives to fight another day.
Well, I may have missed, you know, when you said you were going to go really fast.
Well, it didn't
was
work,
it faster
did it?
than the speed of
It
light?
was so
Is that
fast you
why I
couldn't
missed
see
it?
it, yeah.
Yes, I thought
No, it
that
just-
might have been the case.
So it
Right, now,
didn't work.
show me. Where's the damage?
The damage, well, the damage
So it was
is
kind
round the
of,
back.
yeah, round up here, wasn't it?
And then Kilohertz, or whatever it's called.
Hello, we're over here.
Terahertz all stove the top in, and it's... But other than that, there's nothing else. No more damage than that. So, not a great deal, just didn't work.
You guys did take, come around here. You guys did take a right bashing.
No, we didn't take a couple of holes.
And there's a proof. But did it actually get any of the guts? There's another one in there,
No,
look.
it's all airspace underneath.
And that was all their axe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite
Well,
impressive.
there's a little in the top from Shunt.
Oh, bless them. It was quite impressive because sometimes those axes, you know, they're kind of all trousers and then
it's
nothing
got to
else.
be one of the best axes there is. And it can be, it's only running at half throttle.
So, Reptira in the second and Sabretooth say goodbye from the competition, leaving Terahertz and Akil to go through to round 2. In a moment, Terahertz will face Chronic 2, but first up, Panic Attack and Akil.
Well, 4 robots through and some major contenders by the look of it, but only 2 of them can survive. It's round 2.
Now, what's occurring?
Well, when Corkscrew hit, he ripped the whole side off and a bit of the front.
Yeah, so round the back here, there you can see with damage cam, that...
We weld that bit on, and we've already welded that bit on.
Okay, so they've already done that. So you can see it's meant to end up looking like this. So they need another front bit on there. Is it doable?
Yes.
So, Akil team, you're into bonus time now.
Yes.
I don't know how much longer that bonus time is going to last.
Not long.
Because you're up against Panic Attack.
Yeah, what a lovely robot. We wish them all the best.
We're panicking.
That makes you panic.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, this could be one of those things where the fates have coincided, because literally, how have you ended up driving?
Well, it was an advert Chris put in the local paper because he was after some mad bloke to answer it, and strangely enough, I did.
I wanted someone from outside Robot Wars to have a go.
What did the ad say?
Just said, assistant wanted for Robot Wars. Do you want to be a driver? Something like that. I had 5 people. I had to interview them. How scary. And he lost. I mean, won.
What did you ask them? Did you ask them, if you're up against Panic Attack, what would you do?
Yeah, I was saying, look, you will be driver, because I've done it before. You're going to be the driver, you know, and they all sort of go, I said, but he was the only one that didn't. He said, yeah, I'll do it, I can do it. And he said, oh, so good.
Can you do it? Are you changing your mind now?
We'll give it a good try.
One phone call you might regret.
Maybe, but hopefully not.
Panic Attack.
They've never failed to reach the series semi-finals. Kim and Michael Davis and Panic Attack.
Akil.
The rookie driver then, Gordon Johncock, with Chris and his son Ryan Delph.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, Sir Killalot. He really is gruesome, isn't he? Meet him on a dark night, no thank you. Shunt. Prettier.
3,
Bit.
2,
Who am I kidding?
1. Activate.
How much damage was caused to Panic Attack, really? Was it only superficial from that first round against Rocks and Corkscrew? Akil lost weaponry as well in fighting Reptiron. Akil trying to piggyback up on Panic Attack. 0 ground clearance, you see, with the side flanges there for Panic Attack. Nothing can get in underneath. And I wonder about the actual potency of Akil's weaponry. They sacrificed some weight for extra weaponry, and that means I think that Panic Attack have extra shovability. And they've got a very good driver in Kim Davis, one of the best ever in Robot Wars. That's not a weapon. I'm sorry. Hey, what is that? What is this on top, Akil? Oh, a mighty mace? No. A heavy, horrendous hammer? No. A stupendous slicing cutty thing? No, it's nothing, boys. It really isn't. What can you do now, Akil? Ooh, a bit tentative. Look at the concentration on Kim Davis's face. Champions in Robot Wars, the second Wars. They defeated Cassius. Robot Wars veterans amongst you will remember that. Akil almost up on its side. And there's one of the weapons locked there. I think it has. One of the spinning blades seems to have been bent and has locked. Akil is on its side. You're seeing there the control pod. Gordon is at the controls, a telecommunications engineer. Chris is team captain. Works on the AA patrols. Ryan, schoolboy. Looking on. More homework needed for Akil, I would think. Dangerously near the CPZ, must have crossed into the CPZ because Shunt came out with the weaponry. Puncturing some of Akil, and again that front blade, if you could call it that. It looks like 2 dustbin lids squashed together, to be honest. Probably isn't. But the most expensive item on this was the paint. Everything else cost less than £10. Akil about to be pushed delicately aside by Panic Attack. The crowd want the pit. They're going to get there, which Akil just digging in, but no more. road to glory ends in the pit. Kim and Michael Davis go through again.
Oh. Well, Panic Attack go through after what I can only call a scintillating fight. Let's hear it for Panic Attack! We didn't show any highlights because there weren't any.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. We were very lucky to get this far in Robot Wars, and she wasn't really up to it, but we had a great time. It's been marvellous, absolutely marvellous. It was great. I mean, we were fighting against a star.
Yeah, you're fighting the 8 seeds.
Ryan and Gordon will remember it. It's been marvellous.
Well, we had a good bout earlier with Megahertz with his axe. So, I mean, that was what we wanted. We
bit of damage, bit of carnage, bit of mayhem.
That was great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we like on Robot Wars. Let's hear it for A-Kill. I think he was talking about terahertz before.
I think so.
Yeah. Kim, that was so boring.
Yeah, it's brand new. The thing is, it was built 2 weeks before we came up, and it hasn't been tested.
Yeah.
You know, it's so. This is where we've been testing it, and it's slow. It doesn't turn. We're not happy with it.
So, any readjustments for the next fight?
Well, we're going to go out and take the skirts off, so it should turn a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Put some screws in the wheels. Maybe it'll get some traction.
Yeah, because there's no traction up there. It's a
No.
real slippery floor, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. You're 8th seed. You're a former UK champion. Do you think you'll be able to reclaim that crown?
Yeah, because we will. No.
Come on, optimism.
No. The way it's going now, I very much doubt it.
Well, you're through to the heat final. Go and get some work done on that robot. We want to see you go all the way. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Panic Attack!
Goodness me, he was honest, Kim Davis, wasn't he? But Panic Attack are through, beating A-Kill. Next up, Terahertz and Chronic 2, and Philippa's with them in the pits.
Now, yours is broken.
Yes.
What's yours like?
Not broken at all.
The news is that Terahertz are up against Chronic 2 in the next battle.
Dear. Could be a bit tough, that.
Now, you haven't got long. Is it serious damage?
We're a little bit, you know...
I can see through there.
You can see through there. Right.
Terahertz,
no.
you're going to have to be quick.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to be lethal when you finished it.
Yeah.
There you go. Straighten that
We're
out.
going to run for the money anyway. We'll try it.
And what do you feel about them, having seen their robot in bits?
The Chronic 2 is a very good robot, so it'll be quite tough. But they seem to be quite proud of the damage on their robot, so we'll try and oblige them with
some
giving them a bit more
fighting talk. That's what we like.
Chronic 2.
Together up there in the controls box, Dave and John Lang and Mike Gardner.
Terahertz.
Splendid team, John Reed and Dominic Parkinson. Lots of experience. I wonder if they can go further this year.
Roboteers, stand by.
See who's in the arena for the house robots then. It's the Sergeant. Ready to get out a marching drill or two. And Growler.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Out they come. The weaponry is more potent from Terahertz. Boy, and how. Look at that, slamming down on Chronic 2. Looks a very good machine here, Terahertz. I think they'll give Panic Attack a run for the money in the heat final if they get there. And from the evidence of the opening seconds of this battle, they'll get there because Chronic 2 knows it's got to flip and flip fast simply to survive. It's trying to get that flipper in underneath, but Terahertz has a 0 ground clearance. It has the side skirts. Like Panic Attack, it nudges Chronic 2 into the CPZ, which means that Sergeant Bash can now attack. Their wheels are locked together, side by side. Terahertz coming in from the rear. Chronic 2 just getting away, turning, running into Terahertz once again in the centre of the arena, slamming across there. Terahertz is giving chase now. It knows that it has Chronic 2 on the run. Chronic 2 with the little yellow wobbly bits on top. Not really doing much and trying to run away, and advised. Terahertz back on the attack, still on the attack. Waiting. Down comes the axe. Why isn't the axe coming down? Is there a problem with the Terahertz axe? John Reed and Dominic Parkinson, why aren't they using the weaponry? Chronic 2 is on the flame pit. trying to get itself off by using the flipper to gain some purchase, but I think the Chronic 2 have been immobilised. A vent of steam from underneath gives a little bit of life, but there's not much movement in Chronic 2 from the two 750-watt motors. Oh! And damage, it is only superficial. The yellow wobbly bits come off. Courtesy of Growler. Growler. Absolutely destroying Chronic 2. Dave and John Lang and Mike Gardner, they're all engineers. It's a splendid looking machine, great fun, but oh, it's met its match here in terahertz. And how much damage did Growler cause? The pit release activated. If I was you, Chronic 2, I'd make a beeline for that pit because Growler's definitely on the prowl this time. What a frightening new house robot for Robot Wars, the Sixth Wars. Growler and his owner, Mr. Psycho. No, John Reed and Dominic Parkinson, you're not Mr. Psycho. Or are you? You're some sort of nutter to have a go at Sergeant Bash in there. The house robots mean business next time. You will be going through the heat final because Chronic 2 has 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. No life left in Robot Wars, the Sixth Wars. Out they go. And Terahertz survives. And Growler comes in. A little nibble and a munch. It drags Chronic 2 almost off to its horrible lair. Spits out the part he didn't like, Sergeant Bash, who I think has just had a little look over to Terahertz and a bit of a wink, as if to suggest, I'll be waiting for you next time. Growler grabs Chronic 2. A little bit too late now. Dave Lang to turn Chronic away. Terahertz in there, one last push, it's on fire, we know it's out. Hot under the collar? No. Cool as you like. Whew. So's their machine then.
Chronic 2, put up a good fight, but it's not enough. Terahertz go marching on! Oh, I'm just as sad as you.
Yeah.
What happened?
We just couldn't get underneath them, and the axe was just too powerful.
You got underneath Growler?
That was quite good.
I think you're the first robot to do that.
I was quite impressed with that.
And you're taking on all the house robots, really?
No, it's got to be done, isn't it?
No. Where'd you go from here? Because that looked a bit one-sided to me.
It did. I think we'll try and come back next year and see if we can kick their butt.
Hey, you want revenge?
Oh, yeah.
All right, then you're not going to take this line down, are you?
Nope.
This is what we like to hear on Robot Wars. Ladies and gentlemen, Chronic 2! At last, a robot that does a bit of damage.
It's about time, isn't it?
You've been competing in Robot Wars right from the very beginning.
Yeah, 5 years now.
And it's always been a bit pants, really.
Really?
And all of a sudden, you've got this weapon which is fairly awesome, and you're through to a heat final.
Yeah, we don't normally go around squashing hedgehogs, but in this case...
Do you think you can go far in the competition?
Who knows? It's just... Who knows? Depends who you get, the luck of the draw. But it's working really well at the moment. We're really happy with it. At last, we're getting somewhere.
You won't go very far if you keep having to go to the house robots. You had a go at Bash there, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a risky game, isn't it?
And they've got long memories, those robots, I tell you.
Yes.
We were thinking of going to help out Chronic against the house robots, but we thought, not diplomatic. No, we won't do that.
Listen, let's hope you go all the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Terahertz!
So old Chronic the Wedgehog goes out and Terahertz are through to the heat final where they'll meet the number 8 seeds and former UK champions, Panic Attack. Well, it was always going to be a great night of roboteering, especially with a former champion in the pack, and it's not all over yet. But before we get to the great heat final, let's see how our finalists got this far. In round 1, Panic Attack took an early blow from Corkscrew and looked in trouble. Until that moment, and the dangerous Corkscrew had pitted themselves, leaving Panic Attack to face Rocks and Chronic 2. Meanwhile, Terahertz were fighting Repturan the second A-kill and Sabertooth. Repturan never got going. Sabretooth had problems with the weaponry. They were impotent and soon out of it. In the second round, Panic Attack took on A-Kill with its multitude of weaponry, but no great power or venom. A-Kill done and dusted. Terahert's next opponent and victim was Chronic 2. Terahert's axe had done its damage. Rowler did the rest. So what do we think about this one up here on the Crow's Nest? Well, Panic Attack, for all its experience and winning background, has looked lacklustre to me so far. I know Kim Davis is brilliant at the controls, but what sort of weaponry power does that have nowadays? Terahertz, we've seen it, of course, do great damage to Chronic 2 early on. If I had to go with my heart, I'd go with Terahertz, but my head says that Panic Attack will have its day. Don't panic! Go for the attack.
Hey, it's nearly all over. But don't make the tea just yet. There's something much better brewing, missus. What should be an awesome heat final.
Panic Attack.
Let me remind you, Kim and Michael Davis have never failed to reach a series semi-final on Robot Wars.
Terahertz.
Let me remind you, John Reed and Dominic Parkinson have never had such potent weaponry with Terahertz.
Roboteers, stand by.
Matilda's in the arena with the flywheel and the tusks. Shunt's in there again with the bulldozer blade.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Activate is called. Kim and Michael Davis were concerned about Panic Attack. They've left the side skirts on. They've left the skirts on. They were talking about removing them. They're left on, and Terahertz is slamming it with the axe, and I don't think Panic Attack has the maneuverability to get away, and Terahertz is causing damage straight away. At the controls there, John Reed. Look at this, it's systematic. Oh, they are battering Panic Attack into submission. One blow after another raining down. And Kim cannot do anything about this whatsoever. He knows his machine is sluggish. The metal is being ripped away. The armament, look at that weaponry and power of Terahertz. Certainly one of the most destructive machines we've seen in Robot Wars to Sith Wars. Only 2 seeds thus far. Chaos 2, the number 5, and Stinger, the number 11 seeds, have crashed out of the competition. But Panic Attack here, the number 8 seeds, are in danger of following them. Shunt is in there as well. The bulldozer looks a little bit tattered. Has a great split in it, do you see? Down comes the axe. This has been one-way traffic throughout this heat final. Well, Panic Attack, oh! Off comes the top armour. And now the electronics, the electric motors, exposed. Matilda's flywheel causing all the damage there after Terahertz had initially prized that lid loose. They're queuing up. Please, Refbot, count them out. And look at this, almost in reverence to what Panic Attack has been in the past, no one is going in there to create more damage yet. They're counted out. I think he knew it was going to happen, didn't he? Maybe it's time now to completely rebuild Panic Attack. Will he have to? Will the house robots, Shunt and Matilda, totally destroy? Oh, 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 the drop zone's being lined up. Surely not for Panic Attack. Have some reverence. That's better. Put it on the floor, flip. The crowd don't like it. Cruel, nasty, delicious people. Panic Attack from the floor flipper. That'll do, surely. Away it goes. Sturdy, nothing came out from the exposed innards. Still they want the drop zone. Still they call for the drop zone. Oh no! Shunt, how could you? How nasty! How wonderful! What a lovely... Kim's trying to get away. To fight another day. It's too late! Your time is nigh. What have we got suspended up there? I'm told it's a washing machine! A household washing machine to come crashing down on you! Kim Davison panic attack! No!
Cease.
The end. Bang. It's all over now.
What a turn-up for the Bucks! Panic attack, the 8th seed. They go out. Terrorheads are through to the series semi-finals. The 8th seed has gone. You've been having problems with your robot, though, haven't you?
Yeah, but I think we got it fixed. We actually did.
You certainly did get it fixed.
Well, it took off great. As soon as they said activate, it was across, but that big axe.
How does it feel to have a washing machine dropped on you?
Yeah, we were weighing it and thought, God, that's heavy. And then we looked and thought, that's awfully high. So we thought, nah. So we backed off and thought, oh, go on, we'll let him do it. And it's still working.
Is it working?
It's still going.
It's not broken, it's still going?
Well, there's a few dents.
Yeah. Never mind. You've got to come back again, Kim.
Oh, yeah, of course we are.
Still panic attack?
Yeah.
You're a great sport. You're a great competitor. Ladies and gentlemen, ex-UK champions, Panic Attack! You've hit on a brilliant robot, haven't you?
It seems to be working again, doesn't it?
The axe is awesome.
We turned it up specially for them. We cranked the pressure up.
Yeah.
Just put a little bit more in there, and just for the ex-champions.
It's kind of high repetition as well. It's like
constant.
Constant.
Yeah, we on our previous mission we got a spike. We always got it stuck. We just hated that all the time.
Yeah.
So we just decided to put this broad blade axe on it, so it doesn't get stuck. But we just keep on hitting them.
It's an amazing robot. Everyone's surprised.
Great. Yeah.
Well, it's working now as it was supposed to work before for the first time, so that's what it's supposed to do.
It's the ferocity of the beast. It's so ferocious.
Yeah.
That's him.
But we were worried. I mean, Panic Attack are the ex-champions, and that was a tough one too, so we're very glad to have got this far.
And let's hope you go further. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Terrorheads! Pity the man who has to sweep up the floors. We've made the right old mess on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
It's amazing how many times the countdown counter thing stops on 2 on Pointless, isn't it? Irritation's central for the players. Pointless is next tonight here on Challenge. On Pick, they're messing about with the monkeys in Monkey Business.
Coming next time, will another seed tumble out? Dominator 2, seeded 6th, will have to come up with something extra to stay in. Robot Wars, the 6th Wars, the best of the best.